Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Night one of the Democratic National Convention kicks off virtually with Michigan taking center stage.
Not a president who fights his fellow Americans.
Governor Whitmer going after President Trump on everything from the economy to the way the president has responded to the coronavirus crisis.
But we begin with breaking news just in from Detroit's east side, where a two-car crash causes a building to catch fire. One of those cars slammed into the building and then burst into flames.
Now, fortunately, no one inside at the time, at least of the building. Tim Pamplin there tonight with the night cam. Tim.
Detroit firefighters mopping up here, Mack and Marlboro. That's Mack and Chalmers, Detroit's east side. There you see the white 200 careened into the barbershop, Whoops and Harry's barbershop on Mack. The driver, I'm being told, is okay. Now, we've got some video right there. Look at that. Witness tells me within seconds of the vehicle crashing into the barber shop, the vehicle burst into flames. The two occupants, the two young men, managed to get out unscathed. What the driver, I'm being told, is being checked out, but managed to make his way to the ambulance under his own steam. Again, this was a two-vehicle collision. This white 200 lost control in the crash, and like I say, careened into the defunct barber shop. There you see firefighters putting up caution tape. They're saying this building is structurally unsound. And that is the scene on the east side with the night cam. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
All right, Tim. Members of the Downriver community gathered tonight as the search continues to find two missing boaters.
The two men have now been missing for more than 24 hours. Our Grant Herms was at tonight's vigil. He joins us live from Trenton with more. Grant, good evening.
Well, good evening. There were a lot of mixed emotions at this private vigil tonight. Many people here saying they're holding out hope, but also saying they undoubtedly know that it'll likely be in vain. The parking lot just outside St. Joseph Parish Center was packed Monday night. Hundreds of faithful and friends honoring the lives of two men, fearing they've been lost. Missing are 66-year-old father Stephen Rooney and 52-year-old Robert Childs, whose boat capsized Sunday evening with 10 others on board. The rest were saved, but search crews have yet to find Rooney and Childs.
He was just very special. He touched so many people.
Barbara Radeke is a singer for the church who knew Father Rooney well.
He had such a strong belief toward social justice and helping other people. And he was just the epitome of a wonderful priest.
Both men described as kind men of faith, always willing to welcome a friend or help a stranger. Father Rooney was also known for his wit.
I could imagine him just walking up and saying, Holy Mother of God, what are you all doing here? Why are you standing there talking about me?
He would say, Mother of God, what are you doing? That's what he'd say, and I mean that.
Bishop Gerard Battersby also knew Rooney. He called him a simple man of faith who could charm the birds from the trees.
What you saw and felt here today are people who have been taken to the heart of this man. That's why they showed up tonight.
Naturally, though, the conversations drifted to the worst, though many wanted to hold out hope.
We're still hoping for a miracle, until they actually find him. We're hoping and praying for a miracle.
A lot of thoughts tonight also with the Childs family. Robert leaves behind 3 children who are now orphaned. Their mother, his wife Christine, died 2 years ago in a similar kind of boating accident in almost the same spot. In Trenton, Grant Herms, Local 4.
Yeah. Okay, Grant.
Tonight, the kickoff to the DNC, a convention like no other until we get to next week's Republican National Convention. COVID has squashed the regular convention protocols, but Governor Whitmer was one of the first speakers network television picked up on tonight. Mara McDonald live downtown. And Mara, most of what we've seen has been pre-recorded, but the governor spoke live this evening.
That's right, Devin. She was one of the few speaking live from a Union Hall in Lansing. Take a look.
Hello, America. I'm Governor Gretchen Whitmer, or as Donald Trump calls me, that woman from Michigan.
Governor Whitmer and Governor Andrew Cuomo were two of the bigger names to speak as the convention kicked off. It started around 9 o'clock tonight. The format is certainly not like anything we're used to when it comes to these conventions, but Whitmer had about 5 minutes of speaking time right when network coverage of the convention started up. She primarily talked about COVID.
Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will lead by example. It'll be science, not politics or ego, that will drive their decisions. They know the health of our people goes hand in hand with the strength of our economy.
Back here live, Governor Whitmer is not the only elected official in Michigan who's going to be speaking at the DNC. State Representative Mari Manoogian is, as well as Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson. We're live downtown tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
It'll be fascinating to watch the two parties try to battle it out in these virtual battles these 2 running weeks. All right, Mara. Now, tonight's event did feature 2 headliners, if you will, Bernie Sanders and former First Lady Michelle Obama. You can see their speeches and Governor Whitmer's address all on clickondetroit.com. Join us back here tomorrow night for the second night of the convention. We'll carry it both on Local 4 and on clickondetroit.com. Tomorrow's speakers include former President Bill Clinton and Dr. Jill Biden. Coverage begins again at 10 p.m.
A man riding a motorcycle is hit by gunfire in a drive-by shooting in East Point. Police say the man was shot around 7:30 on Linwood near 9 Mile when someone opened fire out of an SUV and then sped away from the scene. The motorcyclist was hit in his upper torso and then rushed to the hospital. It is believed his injuries are not life-threatening. The man police believe killed 4 people over the weekend is expected to face murder charges after turning himself in. Raymond Lee Bailey walked into the Bay County Sheriff's Department yesterday and surrendered without incident. He's accused of killing his ex-girlfriend and 3 of her family members Saturday morning inside a home in Sumter Township.
We are working, and we have since the get-go, and working and doing everything we can possibly do to make sure, you have the investigation and now you have the apprehension. Well, there's also the court process, and we want to make sure we're covering all bases for the family so we can give them closure.
Bailey is expected to face murder charges in the coming days.
Today, the state is reporting 465 new cases of COVID-19, and 1 more person has died from the virus.
On average, about 25,000 tests per day are being administered, a number that has held steady for the past few weeks now. The CDC says the number and infection rate of COVID-19 among children steadily increased between March and July. And as of August 3rd, more than 7% of all American cases are children. Other headlines. Governor Andrew Cuomo says gyms will be able to reopen in New York as early as next week, although several restrictions will be put in place.
Package of bills that will allow districts to decide whether to reopen in-person learning is expected to be signed into law by Governor Whitmer. Today, the House sent the bills to the governor. Under the plan, funding for districts will basically stay the same, with attendance being counted as students who are physically in class or participating virtually. School districts will also receive an additional $583 million. More than $50 million of that money is intended as hazard pay for teachers. Districts say they're doing the best they can to make the school year as normal as possible.
We are planning to make sure that students have some level of education, regardless of what the public health issues are. We're still facing a significant issue in regards to students falling behind in this environment. And so what we're trying to do is make the very, very best of it.
We've got a list of every Metro Detroit district's plan. Just head to our reopening schools section at clickondetroit.com. The Motown Museum is getting a huge donation.
Steve Ballmer and his wife are donating $3 million toward the Motown Museum's expansion effort. Ballmer is a former Microsoft CEO and current owner of the Los Angeles Clippers. The donation comes as the museum is in the middle of a fundraising campaign to raise $50 million for a new 50,000 square foot campus to be built around the current Hitsville, USA. Last fall, the museum said it was already halfway to reaching their goal.
Nice.
Still ahead, a new study reveals the vaping habits of teenagers.
Yeah, including how many teens say they are trying to quit. Let's check in with Ben.
Devin, we've got temperatures that are pretty much around average for most of this upcoming forecast, but wait till you see the heat that is building out west. We'll look at those numbers and when our next chance of rain arrives next.
All right, Ben, but first, a Metro Detroit priest removed from his church last year amid sex abuse allegations wins a 6-figure lawsuit. Who he sued after being removed from his church next.